Welcome to Whatever About Whatever. And this is what happens when a group gets together and texts, hey, let's get some microphones. Welcome to Whatever About Whatever.
We're going to talk about whatever.
We got Boombox Andy.
Hey-o.
We got Bad Chad.
Bad Rat Chad.
And we got special guest, Miss Chloe.
Hey.
Hello.
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 And then, of course, Colton or Slim, if you're
Slim Shady.
Chad. So, boys,
No,
Oh, this is so tasty.
I know.
what is it? You got to tell the listeners. They
All right,
can't see it
here we
yet.
go. This is where we're going to say, what is your vice?
Oh.
Gambling.
The pig game.
Did I ever tell you the backstory to that?
Yes, about your grandpa? It
Yeah.
was his favorite game.
Yeah.
No, dude, it like when I was in
Hold on a second.
Arizona.
What is the game?
Yeah,
So-
we probably should, yeah.
We were up in Northwood for the big install of the
Yep.
wash plant.
Yep.
So the casino up there, we walk in it's the first time that we had went to the casino since being up there, and the three was it the three of us?
Yeah, it was me, you, and Ryan.
We all walk into the casino. We're just looking around, seeing what's out there, and we go up to this slot machine, and it's three pigs, and they have like piggy banks,
Mm-hmm.
and that being the big prize or whatever. So we're playing it, and then I think we all won a little bit of money, or
You fill it with money, and it goes oink, oink,
yeah.
oink.
Anyway, so I didn't take a picture of it or anything, but I was talking to my mom on the phone that next weekend or whatever, and I told her about it, and she's like, "Oh, what were you playing?" I said it was a bunch of pigs. She's like, "No fucking way." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "That's what your grandpa played every time they would go to a casino was the pig slots, whatever it was, wherever they were."
Interesting.
It was just funny.
I never saw the pig slot.
So I went to Arizona. I saw the pig slot, so I paid homage to it. Took a
She
picture
gone.
with it. And my very first buck I put in, I won, and I'm like, I'm done. So we have like a history with the pig slots.
You know, we're not that far from the casino.
I know, right? I
Is
probably
it?
should not go there.
Yeah. What were we talking about right before that, though?
Vices.
Vices. That's what it was.
Yes.
Oh, what is my vice? What is your guys' vice?
Farming is your vice.
Oh, cows is my vice. Chad's like, all you do is talk about cows.
It's all right.
I
You're a
know.
cattle farmer.
Oh, I can talk about cows. You don't talk about cows? I'll talk about cows.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, Gussie.
I love beef.
Did you know that that hogs really, or boars, really have a curly Q on the end of their pegger?
They do.
Yes.
It's kind of
And it goes
weird.
Yeah.
So do they have to like spin over when they?
Well, at some point, I already elected my
Is that
my
your
cousin,
vice?
my cousin Jake, because he is a pig farmer.
you erected him.
And well, I told him that he's going to be a guest on the podcast one of these days. Yeah, so he's
Chad-
kind of excited about it. But
Chad's-
anyways, Jake, the pig farmer, everybody around town always called him Jake the pig jerker because they did all their own AI.
I guess, yeah.
So you gotta.
No, that's Chad's vice. I think Chad's vice is
Telling stories.
telling stories.
100%.
That doesn't mean it's
I
bad.
got a
A vice
lot
doesn't
of
necessarily mean it's
stories.
bad. It's just you. It embodies you.
It's not necessarily stories; it's experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Chloe, what's your vice?
Yeah, Chloe, what's your vice? Cats.
Yeah, probably cats.
I think if I died tomorrow, she would become a crazy cat lady.
More than likely.
More than likely. So how many cats do you guys have? One?
Two.
Oh.
what are their
What-
names?
Ozzy and Reggie.
Ozzy and Reggie. What color are they?
Reg is like orange and black. Gray and black.
He's a calico.
Oz.
Okay.
No.
Not a calico.
Oz.
Tabby.
Yeah.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I do know what that is.
And then Oz is her name. The name of it is technically turtle shell.
I don't know what that is.
It is a mixture of black, brown, orange, and gray.
Is it like where they're like the blotches? kind of.
I'll Goog it for you.
Give it a goog. Interesting.
If I had a cat, I want a black one. But I also am the guy who has like black vehicles. I'd have black dogs.
Sorry, not turtle shell, tortoise shell.
Oh, I never heard of this.
Hmm.
All right, Colton, what's your vice?
I couldn't even tell you, to be completely honest.
Milwaukee Tools.
Not even.
It used to be. I'd probably say. I don't even know if it's that. You're not one of the other guys like that.
I'm trying to think. Spending ridiculous amounts of money on nothing is what it seems like. I don't know where it goes. Poof. And to thin air.
Well, that's called life.
That's
We talked about that today, actually, as a matter of like telling your money where it goes. And then you look, you're like, where did it go?
yeah, you look at your taxes at the end of the year, it's like, where in the fuck?
What's your vice? Let's think. Ooh, no, I don't know.
Exactly. I don't even know.
You kind of have phases. There was a time where it was like you worked out a lot, and that was like what you.
I wish it
that
still was.
I know. Same here. That was about 38 years ago.
I mean, I think my vice is, well,
I make
Buffalo
bad
Chase.
financial decisions.
no, I don't think I've missed, well, no. But I think that my vice right now that's really driving me is being able to control my own destiny. Honestly.
We're getting deep with it now.
No, I mean, like, honestly, like, when I'm at the shop at the farm or I'm doing the things that I feel pertinent that needs to do to keep moving ahead
You can move
in
a mountain.
life, that you can take on anything. Like, if I didn't have a family and you stuck me out in the middle of the woods and just off the grid, like, I would be golden.
That would be an amazing podcast topic. If you had to go off the grid, where would you go? And the first 3 things you'd do.
All right. I'm going to take over on this one.
Rock and roll, mother trucker.
It really doesn't matter what state you're in. You just go to the woods.
You have to be placed in a app or a
Resource.
where your resources are.
All right.
You got to have water.
Oh, hold on.
We're going to get very, very,
Yeah.
very deep on
I was
this.
gonna
can
say.
see. I love it.
Don't. I
Boy
would.
Scouts coming out again.
I wouldn't delve too deep on location in the woods. Obviously, you're going to need to be close to water.
Okay, let me
but
caveat this. It's current day. Like, not
Yeah.
future, not apocalyptic. It's like,
Because-
today I'm doing this.
Because in the perfect world, you would find a property that had a house on it already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's being perfect world. Say someone wasn't already there, or anyway. First order of business: find a place to live, and it can't be in the city.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we saying like world's ending tomorrow, like apocalypse style, or are we saying if you say the world kept running the way it was and you were going to move off grid? Because there is stipulations to this.
I think we should do it as the current state of the world today.
So the rest of the United States is still moving
Yep,
normal.
Everything's normal. But you just, in your head, are like, I'm done with this world. I'm going off the grid today.
The bush in Alaska.
The bush in Alaska.
Yep. 100%.
Okay, where's the first 3 things you do? And why would you pick the bush in Alaska?
It's the only place where you wouldn't get bothered.
There's that. And the amount of wildlife resources.
Correct. And water.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%.
See, I would probably go somewhere like, what's it, Willamette Valley in Oregon, where it's like this amazing growing.
So the only problem I have with basically anywhere in the United States, is that people know where that is. Like,
Yeah.
people explore it.
So
Whereas in Alaska, the bush is fairly unexplored.
the only issue that I have with Alaska,
You're going to need a boat.
well, we need to make a boat. That's not
Nah.
a problem.
You're going to want a bigger boat than that.
Well, everybody wants a bigger boat.
Might need
But-
a boat and hose.
Boats and hose.
What I'm saying is that winter's hard
Mhm.
in Alaska.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Rock hard.
Whoop, there it is.
That's what she said.
But so like if you're talking about like global warming and you're talking about survival, global warming is the least of my problem. Cold is a problem.
See, that's where
One being because you have a hard time growing food.
yeah.
So if you cannot grow food because you can't hunt food, you're only hunting food.
I feel like for me, the sweet spot for that to grow food for the longest duration of time, it's not necessarily like Flagstaff, but like south of that in Arizona, I feel like it's a primo spot.
I'm not worried at all about global warming. What I'm worried about is a global freeze. Because if you have a global freeze, you are not growing food.
You should go to this cheese storage in Missouri.
The cheese storage? Is
You
that
guys have never heard about the Cheese Mountain?
Oh, wait.
What?
Hold on. We are totally fucking this entire thing up. Because,
Are we going to start getting cheesy?
no, well, cheese is kind of the route where I went. We need to talk about mushrooms.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Whoa. Subject change.
Shroom.
There it is.
No, but this is the same concept, though.
Yeah.
You should see how red Chloe's face is right now. She's like, damn.
We
I'm gonna
have
to
a
talk.
mushroom expert in house. And
In-house.
why I didn't think of this.
I know. And we have people that love to start things in this room that
But-
have this master plan
But you
with
want
fungi.
to, but you want to know how hard one thing is to start, and it's fucking mushrooms.
Ask
She'll
Chloe.
probably tell me
It's
you're
not.
wrong.
Go ahead. Take it away.
I'm sure Colton told you about our whole mushroom escapade when we were up in the job up by Gilmore City.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it was like a 3-day thing.
Yeah. It was almost like we're hyper fixated on it to the point where it's like, okay, are we just like belligerent or not? Like, is it real?
Oh, yeah, no, it is super cool. And the whole reason my dad owned a mushroom growing business before. And the whole reason that he did that is because there's this one certain mushroom called lion's mane
Yes.
that'll help remyelinate nerves inside of
Yes.
your brain. So he did that because my grandma has Alzheimer's.
Oh,
So
that's
he
cool.
wanted
I didn't
to-
know that.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so he wanted to try and help her.
How do you,
But
so lion's mane, how do you consume it? Like, I guess, do you just cook it or is it something
You
you
can
add?
use it
Yeah.
as like you can
What's
grind it up as like an herb or a spice, and
Well, I guess what I'm getting at is
Yeah.
like you said connect the nerves in your brain.
mm-hmm.
Is there a preferred method?
No, so you can eat it. So it comes in supplements right now.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are making like mushroom coffee or just like putting it in like capsules and taking it that way.
Yeah.
Or it's like a whole mushroom, like it's white and
Mhm.
it has like little hairs.
Yeah, I've seen
kinda
pictures of
looking
it.
things
It actually
off of
kind of
it.
looks cool too.
Yeah.
Clarkson's
so-
farm.
Yes, that is. That
That was all lion's mane.
Yeah. So it has a very interesting taste. It's kind of like lobstery. So a
Hmm.
lot of people would like dice it up because it comes normally in like a circle. If
I'm
you
like
buy
so
it.
excited. You guys have no idea.
But it's so hard to like just find it
I'm salivating.
generally like in
In store.
yeah,
Is it hard to grow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's why. So back in our herbs and spices days, lion's mane was huge.
Yeah.
And it still is.
Yeah. Interesting.
So did your dad? Was he able to produce it?
Yeah. Yeah. So we sold to different restaurants and
Yeah.
then the New Pioneer Co-op in Iowa City and Cedar Rapids, we sold our mushrooms there.
No way.
You might as well start pulling up the pictures now.
How much?
I don't know if he knew this, but I farm and I produce things, so this is like totally tickling my vice.
Well, so when we were talking, we're like, oh my god, we can get shipping containers. We can make them into. But you got to insulate them. You got to like.
Mhm.
It has to be airtight, right?
Well, it has to be like the conditions have to be 100% perfect.
Right.
The humidity has to be perfect. The
Right.
heat, all of that has to be perfect. And there's more steps to just that. So like you make the mixture, and then after you do that, you take it into the lab, and you would have to like make sure the spores are growing and stuff, and then you have to let it incubate. And every mushroom incubates for like a separate amount of time.
Oh, so you're actually like pre-growing them and then transplanting them?
We would make like these things called bags.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like sawdust, and then whatever different
Clarkson Farm.
Yes.
mushroom, whatever they needed, would go into these bags, and
Mhm.
then you'd have to cook them in like a pressure cooker. And then after that, that would get the process of like the fungi starting to grow. So then after that, you take them into the lab. We would have to like cut an X in them,
Mm-hmm.
so then they could grow out of these bags, and then you'd have to let them sit for like a month, 2 weeks, to like a month, maybe a couple months,
Yeah.
to get the bacteria to grow. And once they were starting to grow and the bags turned like white, you would put them into the growing room.
Huh.
And then that's when they would start actually growing mushrooms out of like these blocks
So
of
what-
sandbags.
So what is the conditions of your growing room?
I wouldn't know exact numbers, but they were just like these closed off rooms, and then we would have humidity like pulling
Control.
out from outside.
Yep.
And yeah, they would just be on these big old racks that my dad built out of plywood and stuff.
So what kind of
Same.
building did he have it in?
A pole barn, right?
It was just like a normal residential shop.
Really?
Really?
So all he did was he built it out, and there was 3 separate rooms, right?
Yeah, there was 2 growing rooms and then a lab.
3
So-
separate rooms. The grow rooms. I never saw them set up with mushrooms in them, but I did see them while the walls were still up. It
So-
was so sorry. Go ahead.
So is Iowa a good place to grow mushrooms?
It doesn't matter. You can do it
Yeah, you
anywhere.
can do
Okay.
it literally anywhere. As
You could
long-
quite literally take this room, block off that wall right there, where the carpet stops,
Yeah.
and you could make mushrooms right here.
This is like
And it would be a
We
lot.
should have started with this fucking way in the beginning.
problem-
It didn't hit me until we started talking.
I know.
The problem with shipping containers is that based on their dimensions, it's hard to insulate because you need so much insulation because of, well, one, it's
just get the
steel.
R value and everything you need.
It's steel, so whatever element is going on outside of it is more easily penetrable to the
Yeah.
inside.
Even if
No
you
mat-
like spray foamed it.
oh,
Hmm.
100%. It'd be like a fucking
But you need
pressure
some.
cooker.
But if you're, to me, if you're putting it in a building, just a
Mhm.
normal building, like a pole building.
Well, so the building is insulated, and then the walls surrounding it are also insulated.
So I'm
it's
curious.
like a building inside of a.
Oh, okay. So like if you had like a walk-in cooler panels,
It was all steel walls.
yeah.
Obviously, it was
So you get like the wash down connected insulated panels, and you make like a walk-in cooler inside of your building, let's say,
that would be ideal.
because it's airtight. You want airtight.
It doesn't have to be airtight. It's just so that you can control the conditions.
Sure, because you have to have your intake and control your humidity, like with
Talk
fans
about
and
the
whatnot.
cleanliness.
Yeah, so up until the point where they go into the pressure cooker, it didn't really matter. But the second they came off the pressure cooker and went into the lab, like they had to be completely sterile. So if anything else were to like get on to them or in these bags, it would be a whole bad batch of mushrooms. So it was very tedious in that standpoint that if we missed one step or didn't spray something down like the right way or didn't have enough and there was a little bit of bacteria in the room, it would mix with the fungi bacteria and it would.
You're
Not
talking
doing
lab
anything.
coats, gloves.
Yeah,
Did you wear masks?
Masks, hairnets, labs coats.
oh, yeah, because you can
Gloves.
breathe or sneeze or
Yeah.
whatever. You're just introducing another microbe.
Yeah.
But what's interesting to me is that a lot of people that I know or have, I mean, I don't know mushroom growers, so what the fuck am I saying? but I've seen a lot that are doing like in underground bunkers. Is that kind of? But to me, in the underground bunkers that they're doing them in, is not a sterile place. Like, it's just fucking brick walls with protruding fucking shit, and they're growing them on shelves just like you were talking.
Yeah.
But why can they do that down there? But if You're talking a total sterile unit.
Well, I wonder if their lab is more sterile, because the second they come out of the lab and go into the grow room, it still needs to be kind of sterile, but not as sterile.
So how long? When you have them in the bags from the lab before you cut them open, do they survive?
They just need to cool down before we cut them open. So they would only.
So
be
they're
in the
creating
lab.
condensation in the bags
Yeah.
because of the heat that they're creating and from whatever media they're in. See, I'm telling you.
This is viable. You have
No
no idea.
No, I think it's amazing. Like,
I'm curious as to, did your dad know anything about mushrooms before he started?
No.
He just,
He watched a bunch of YouTube videos, bought a bunch of books.
oh, this is
and
your dad's my kind of guy.
Yeah, it took him 8 years to actually get like a actual business running, because he had to start from
so
scratch.
how much
and
was he
didn't know anything.
producing?
It really depended on the week. Like,
So he was harvesting every week.
We would ship out like at least twice a week, if not like 3-4 times a week. It just depended on what the restaurants ordered and if we could actually produce that much.
That's the only thing is like when our friend was doing broccoli, like he had that same constraint. You know what I mean? Like you have to meet a quota. So like let's say that your quota is fucking 2 tons. You really had to produce 4 tons or 3 tons or overextend yourself to make sure that you had the good quality stuff that you needed to deliver to the customer. You know what I mean? Because they have their own quality standards too, because they're going to be like, hey, that ain't going to meet us. We're not going to buy that. So that's the huge struggle.
Yeah. Commercial eggs the same way. I mean, you have contracts for corn or soybeans, and you have to make you do it for X amount of months down the road. You hope you have that. But it's exactly like if you plan for, I'm going to sell 800 bushels, you produce 1,200. Like, it's just what you do. Like, you just have extra in abundance. You know that there's going to be a waste factored in. But I'm so intrigued by this because I secretly like and love and enjoy yielding or producing anything I remotely can off of anything I got. And this sounds silly, but like I love farming and reaping what I can do with the land. I tap my trees for maple syrup. I get eggs off my chickens. Like I think anything where you can produce is so cool. I thought it was, at one point in my life, I wanted to make my own biodiesel because I thought it'd be tough, but I just like, why not use a resource or something that's a waste stream or something that's in front of me every day, all day, and turn it into something? So I don't know. That's super cool to me.
I think we need to at least attempt.
I want to try it.
Well, 100%. Like I have a huge garden and I'm always trying to do something new, trying to do something different, you know. Like right now, like our garden has been, I couldn't even tell you how long that garden's been there. But like this last year, all of the wood chips.
Yeah.
I used all the wood chips and I was been telling them in to try to get some more organic matter back in that soil because we've just been depleting it. But we haven't been spraying nothing. We haven't been putting chemicals on it, you know, and none of that. But it's interesting how, I mean, I'm even doing crop rotation. I'm doing all this stuff, but there's just some years it just does not work well. And then there's years that it's like, holy shit. Like our peppers, like there was one year I was hauling them out by I could put them in 55-gallon barrels and just kept going. And the zucchini, oh my God, you could grow zucchini fucking like Jesus Christ.
I think that's anywhere though. I think any person that I've ever seen grow zucchini has way too fucking much of it.
It's like the devil plant. You love and hate at the same time. What did you love about growing mushrooms? How old were you when your dad was doing this?
He started when I was getting done with middle school, so probably like 7th, maybe 8th grade.
And you helped a lot.
And well, I didn't help that much. I helped on and off throughout high school. I thought it was really weird at first.
Yeah.
I didn't want people to tell, like, I didn't want to tell people I was growing mushrooms with my dad.
Yeah.
Um,
I get that.
so I didn't start until 2021.
Yeah.
After.
I can imagine if you tell the wrong crowd, I grow a mushroom and dad, and they're like, you're gnarly, way to go. Like,
Oh,
not
yeah.
my crowd, not my scene. Like,
No,
But-
everybody that I would tell, they'd be like mushrooms you eat? And I'd be like, yes, mushrooms you eat.
Well, and it's so it was only lion's mane.
No, we did lion's mane, blue
Oysters.
oysters, yeah.
oh my gosh,
yellow
okay.
oysters. We did some pink ones a little bit towards the end. And then we did King's Trumpet and shiitakes.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
never heard of Pink's trumpet. What's
King's Trumpet.
King? Sorry,
And pink
King's.
oysters.
Oh, I mixed it up. See, I can't read.
So, what was your favorite thing though? Like of it, like it could be
The process.
hanging out with my dad, or it could be just the
Well, this might be a little morbid, but I didn't really start helping out until after he passed away.
okay,
So it was something that made me feel like super close with him.
Yeah.
And then it was just his huge passion, but he also had a construction business
Yeah.
and a brick and stone company. So he didn't get to spend as much time with the mushrooms. So he just had people hired out pretty much to do that
yeah,
after they actually figured out like what they needed to do to actually produce mushrooms. Then he kind of took a step back and just had other people do it for him.
okay.
So after he passed away, it was just kind of like a place where I could connect and feel like closer to him, just because it was something that
That's
he
not
loved.
morbid at all. That's
And
sincere.
that is 100% why you're so passionate about it.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm going to
cool.
be completely honest. Talking about it more now, I think Caleb should have taken over the construction side and you should have taken over the mushrooms.
Yeah.
And you guys should have held on to it. No, 100%. And it's
Yeah.
hindsight being 2020 as
Mhm.
it always is.
Yep. I
But
kicked myself
for
it.
where both of you are at right now, that would have been absolutely perfect.
Mhm.
But
That's cool.
it's hard to take that jump, that leap of
Yeah.
faith, and hope that it all works
Well, you
out.
never,
So-
you never know.
Well,
And I
it
mean,
kind
don't.
of
you-
it kind of answered my next question, and I was like, why did you stop? And I mean,
It got to a point where it didn't make sense because right now they rent the space to a company.
so it's still going on.
No.
No.
They took all the walls down and all that.
Well, there's still most of the mushroom stuff is still up.
So the growing
what's
rooms are
left?
gone, but the lab is still there.
Oh.
The lab they're using as an office right now, but the grow room, remember all that wood and steel that was sitting in the shop
Mm-hmm.
when we were moving everything out? Those were the grow rooms.
Mm-hmm.
That's all open right now. Not to say that it couldn't be put back,
Yeah.
but like I was saying, I think knowing what we know now, I think you guys would have been just fine to continue what
Yeah.
what you guys had going.
I have a ton of things in life where if I woulda, shoulda, knew,
Exactly.
I would have changed a ton.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah. And do I have regrets? I'd say no, because it's a lesson learned.
Well, that and there's no point in regretting something that you didn't do.
Yeah.
What does that gain you?
Yeah.
Not a goddamn thing.
If anything, it should energize you to go forward.
Exactly.
So if you had the ability to, or had resources to, do it again, would you?
I'm gonna answer this for her.
100%.
Fucking drop of the hat in a heartbeat.
We gotta put something together. I'm not just saying this like
But
I'm not saying we have to be full fledged at it, but I think we should try.
we should totally
try our
dabble in it. Yeah.
hand.
no, but
Well,
where my head's at is that I want to do something
mhm.
because of the soul. Because I'm a
Feels
grower.
right.
Because I'm a grower,
Yeah.
right?
Not a
And-
grinder. You're a grower.
Well, I'm a grinder and a grower.
Yeah, I'm a grower. I'm not a shower. Sorry about that. Someone had to take it there.
And they
We
say
were so
I'm bad
PG for
Chad.
so long. That was impressive. And then Colton came along.
So if you were to do it again, would you do the same kind of
Like setup?
well, not in a, well, yeah, the kind of basically what your dad was doing. Like kind of the same business aspect, the kind of like I mean, it obviously wasn't too terribly difficult for him to be able to hand it off to some people to help run it. Like
Yeah.
he kind of had it kind of flowing, right?
Mhm.
Like obviously it was his passion, but he had to do the other business to that's the stuff that has to get done to pay the bills and all this the other stuff. But I mean, it's not a get rich scheme by any means. But there's not many. I don't know of any other people that are doing that type of stuff around.
Or would you
So-
say, or was it lucrative?
Was
Like,
but,
was it?
but
Yeah, so there was one other company in Cedar Rapids that kind of started around the same time he did, but they are now closed.
Yeah.
And then there's one that's
Doesn't it-
outside of.
They're in
Oh.
Vinton.
Yeah, say Vinton is the only one I know of.
Yeah,
What's it called?
I can't
Blues
something.
Yeah.
Blues Mushroom.
I've
or
heard of
something
them.
like that.
Yeah.
And they sell grow kits.
Hmm.
So I don't know if
so they're
Well,
selling
they-
it out of the lab.
They also sell their mushrooms to New Pioneer.
Mm-hmm.
but that's not to say that Hy-Vee isn't looking. And
Well, I
Well,
see
yeah,
the buzz is
Hy-Vee
even more
was-
now. Like,
if you could get to a point where you could not, I wouldn't say mass produce them, but to have a steady flow of them, it's nonstop business
That's-
in Cedar Rapids.
So-
Yeah, that's the thing too.
does it need 3-phase power? Because I know where we can get some.
So I'm not necessarily saying that you go mainstream with it, right? Because I'm huge on local, like
I
produce,
think the-
local growers, local.
I think the problem with that is that you won't have the business for what you'll have to invest.
Yes, your return on ROI is probably a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
And
what are you going to do this type of season?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know nothing about mushrooms.
Well, no. Not even about that, but like the whole local thing. And I don't mean to speak over you, but to stay profitable year round, I feel like you have to go corporate. Because
I would say no. And this is the reason why I'm saying it, because I've been learning a lot here really recently, is that you just have to run on a skimp budget. And you have to maintain your operating budget on nothing. And you can do that. You can do that if you control your spending. You can do that. And so that you just have to concentrate on your profits and keeping your profits and not trying to roll it over and get bigger and bigger and bigger. Because scaling has to be retroactive, meaning that
Limits have to be pushed before you scale.
yes. So if you market small, your budget small, you succeed, you will still profit. You just have to totally control your spending.
The one thing I think that's, I don't know what I'd say is like, for you two, if you actually really wanted to do something again, there is like an impeccable amount of resources to like start over again. And I would tell you from the resources I'm talking about, and is the story sells your business. To Chad's point, like I've only seen it done in like maybe it was a shipping container, and then maybe done in like a tunnel on the ground. So I'm like sitting here trying to in a pole barn. How was it done? But now I'm like, I don't know.
no, that's definitely I would say one of the biggest challenges is where.
Yeah.
How can you justify either renting a place or just finding a space to do it?
I think what could you do with the space that you could marry a sister process with it? You know, I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but like,
Yeah.
could you be growing mushrooms here and having RV camper storage over there? Like, I know it sounds silly, but like that pays for a building, you know? So I don't know. I think about that kind of stuff.
I don't know, but I'll tell you some of the people that might know. I want to talk about the people that sponsor this podcast, the GSD group. They do engineering, procurement, construction management for people that really want to do their project better than being held together by hope and duct tape. Real solutions, real resources, real project management. Basically, they get shit done in the real world. Unlike us talking about it right now, that's the GSD group. All right, let's get back to it.
I like how Andy is collecting just items.
Those are
my fidgets. Dude, I have a fidget spinner at work. Did you know that?
So what I've kind of noticed is that I've picked up on them, and I find myself fidgeting with them.
It's a thing. It works. I get way more done with fidgets.
I think I have ADD.
All right, hold on a second.
Conspiracy theories chat coming up.
No, everybody has ADD. Everybody has ADHD. Everybody has anxiety. It's all on how you deal with it.
That's deep.
Well, let me tell you my thoughts on it. I distract myself for the next step to keep myself out of it. Like,
What do you distract yourself with?
the next step, the goal. Like I keep myself focused on that goal. And I mean, I might drift away, and then I was like, "Oh, gotta get back here. Gotta get this next thing done." And it's tasks. It really is tasks. Because if I sit there and think about all of my to-do list, I struggle. But if I'm actively moving on it, like, for instance, the shop. The shop is my anxiety control. Even though I'm ADD as a fuck. And there's projects started everywhere. And the thing is that I know where the next step is for each one of them. So I might go get that one. Take care of something of that. And then I go to get that one. And I take care of that. But in essence, it's all, I have to get this here to a point when I know that I need something like a resource or a part or something else. I get it to that point, and then I go to the next thing. But then my next stage of attack is, okay, when I leave here, I need to get this, and this, and this, and this, and this for all of those. That's just how I do it. But I heard something, I don't remember where I heard it exactly, but it said, your anxiety, like if you sit there and think about all of the things that you have to do and you're making the list in your head and you're worrying about it and all this stuff, that the only way that you can tackle that fear that you're creating in your head that I'm never going to get it done is by an action. Meaning you have to move on something, right? Because if you just sit there and think about it and think about it and think about it, you're just going to keep thinking about it. But if you somehow make yourself get up and move on it, you're now specifically thinking about that one item.
It's
And
like
then next
looking at a full plate of food. What's the first thing you do?
You eat it.
You pick up the fork and you take a bite.
Yes. So another thing that I heard, New Year's resolutions, right? When everybody's like, I'm going to work out and I'm going to get healthy. You always make this plan in your head and you always say, I'm going to get up at this time and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do, and you never do it. You have to put an intervention into your thought process. So one thing that I learned when I back, and I need to do it again because I totally forgot about it. But back when I was like trying to do boxing and I was trying to work out and all that stuff. And I said I was going to work out. I took my tennis shoes and I put them on the toilet seat because every morning I went to the toilet. But I had to specifically take the fucking sneakers off the toilet seat and set them in front of me to go to the bathroom. I went and worked out. But if I didn't have them there, I'd be thinking about the 5 other fucking things that I had to do that day. And I totally blew off fucking working out. I put an intervention into my daily normal routine that made me do it. Not saying it works for everybody. It worked for me then, and I'm trying to implement that now in my life again because I've kind of forgot about it. Just my 2 cents on that.
So mushrooms, right?
Yes, mushrooms.
Okay. I need a joke about mushrooms. I just need to pick me up.
Why was the mushroom fun at the party?
Ooh.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Because he's a fun guy.
Ah! See, all right. This is what I need in my life. More of this. Whatever we're doing, we're going to keep doing it.
We're going to keep doing this.
What kind of car does a mushroom drive?
Ooh. I don't know.
A spores car.
See, this is great.
You have to be very precise when identifying fungi.
Yeah.
There's not much room for error.
Oh my God, these are like perfect for me. You guys have no idea. No, I have you had lion's mane before?
Once I tried it once.
What's your preference of like, or well, I say, what would be your preference of having it, or what? How did you have it?
The one time I had it, it was just like on the stove, and
Yeah.
my cousin made them. So then he like dipped them in egg,
Okay.
and then in breading. And
Yeah.
He like breaded it, and then we ate it on hamburger buns, like like substituted as.
Yeah.
The,
See, like, I was wondering if you did the same way. That was kind of the premise of my question, because I'll do like the morel hunting, and I'll do the egg and the breading, and you eat that and stuff.
Have you
So I
ever
didn't know if
made
it's
a-
the same way?
I can make you, I'll do it for our Christmas party. I will make us some imitation morels.
Yeah.
Yep. It's super easy. You just use crackers
Yeah.
and cream of mushroom soup,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just deep fat fry them.
Yeah.
You make them like they're kind of like pancake balls. They taste well. You put a certain amount of butter in there. too,
Yeah.
but-
Lots of butter usually.
Well, not actually not a lot.
Yeah.
But it tastes exactly
Yeah.
like fucking morels. It's crazy.
So, how many people were involved? So you said there's your
Yeah.
dad.
What,
you helped.
what was his crew?
yeah. So we went through. I mean, there was I'm not sure what degree he had, but he went to school at Iowa State. So he helped, I think it was like a bio something major. So he helped my dad with like the science background of that. And then once we got it kind of figured out, he just went and found somewhere else to work. So it was my dad, his sister,
Mm-hmm.
and then a really good family friend that we grew up down the street from. I call him Papa Jim. And then there was this girl, Marie, which was also a family friend. So really just the four of us.
Okay.
And then
If you were to do this again, knowing what you know, what's your biggest fear?
not being able to produce the demand.
Okay. Did you have to deal directly with customers too, or did your dad deal with that?
I only did the delivering part of it.
How long does a harvested mushroom last?
Like after it's cut.
Yeah.
Say like 3 days probably in the fridge.
Oh, not much.
Oh, interesting.
Well, you could do it
Are you sure about
longer.
that?
You could do them longer, but I would say like their best time to
I was going to
be
say the
eaten
ultimate
is, like,
freshness,
3
maybe.
days probably.
Because when I first met you, there was a lion's mane in the fridge for probably 3 weeks.
Okay. It could probably last a week or so. But
Well, I the reason why I asked this is because if anything was to last the longest, I think it would be a mushroom. I mean, if you had produce, I think a mushroom would last way longer.
Maybe.
I could
it's
be wrong.
already a fungus.
Right.
How much worse can it get?
Well,
Joking, obviously.
I mean, in all reality, I think that's kind of your, what I want to say, your part of your equation.
Yeah.
That tells you where you, like, if you were to not have demand.
So if you were to do it again, or recall on your past, what part of the process was like tedious or just a chore or hard to work through? You were struggling with it. It was like the pain point.
Not to answer for you, but I also always heard you complain about making bags.
Yeah, making the bags was probably the most.
So is that like putting the sawdust in the bags, getting the spore? I'm just thinking
Yeah.
high level, but spores in there, and then doing the what'd you call it? Pressure cooking them.
It was before they even went into the pressure cookers. So
Okay.
just making the bags, putting the sawdust, and then
Pressure cookers just to activate them, basically.
yeah,
Right?
just
Yep.
to
Yeah.
Activate the spores.
Is
Yeah.
it something like? Sorry, this is my brain process guy here going. Could you automate it? Like, could it be a process? Like, could it be a thing, like a machine that does that?
yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That
that's cool.
the batching
Yeah,
or the blending, if you will, that
Yeah.
we talked about for
yeah.
that's it.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
All you do is fill hoppers,
Yeah.
and
Then Phil.
So
you have a bag. Here you go.
so hold on.
Some sort of dosing screw.
Once you
to fill the
have
bag?
once you have it mixed, and how long can it sit?
like in the bags before they go.
No.
In the pressure.
How long can it sit?
just the bag, no spores, just sit.
Like sit in a bin.
Oh, for however long until you
The sawdust, the
activate them,
dirt,
'cause
all of the
Until
media,
until the
Until you activate it, essentially, right?
as long
well,
as you want. There's no.
no, but you're
expiration date.
activating it before you put it in the bag, right?
it depends what mushroom you're using.
So I have a question. How do you get the spore into the bag?
So it really, every single different mushroom really depends. Like some of the mixtures were literally just sawdust and water, and then putting it into the pressure cooker, cooking it at a certain temp would just make the perfect like chemical reaction for the spores to be able to grow in the sawdust.
So when no spores were introduced, they just grew naturally.
There's one
How much?
type. It was either the king's trumpet or the lion's mane that we had to put something in there with.
I
Oh,
would
so
assume
just
it's
like,
probably
the
the lion's
sawdust.
mane.
If you were to quantify how many spores per bag, like is it a spoonful? Is it a like?
Tablespoon, teaspoon, cup.
Is it?
Well, we wouldn't directly put them
In the bags?
bag.
So did
So you were blending the spores into the media.
no, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys created the environment,
Yeah.
and the
So-
environment created the type of mushroom. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no spores added. No, it basically the certain humidity, certain sawdust
No.
type, certain.
No, I get that, but what are you putting into the bag with your foundation, your sawdust or your
Sawdust
There's-
and water.
That's it. She's creating the environment, and it naturally creates the fungus.
based on the mixture that you
So if
put
you were
into
to
the
leave
bag?
one
Yeah.
active ingredient out of there, being water,
It's.
You'd
Just
have a
dormant.
bag of sawdust.
But I think I know where you're going with this. You just like you could produce a ton of them, and then.
That's-
bulk
and then
in.
put the
Yeah.
water in after the fact, and then pressure cook it.
Mm-hmm. It's
Mm.
interesting, and the only reason, and I'm not trying to overtalk you, but at the end of the day, it's I think about it because it's not like plants. It's definitely
Yeah,
environmental driven.
I'm stuck on plant.
Yeah,
That's
it's all environmental
So-
driven.
My next question: what kind of bag did you put it in? Is it like cheesecloth?
no,
Is it
like
plastic?
a plastic
It is plastic.
bag.
like a 3 mil or 6 mil bag, probably. Like plastic bag.
Yeah. Just like a square bag.
But those have to be sterile.
No, because anything that would come in contact with it would die when it goes into. Because
Pressure
the
cooker.
pressure cooker was at like 100 or like 350 degrees or something.
So is the
that.
pressure cooker like a commercial pressure cooker?
Yeah, we got it from some restaurant that ended up closing.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it was like a freezer, a cooler, and then my dad
up in it.
jimmied it up, yeah, and made it into one.
That's awesome.
Steam kettle.
Yeah. This is cool.
100%.
I think we definitely need to brainstorm on this some more because I don't think it's nearly as hard as we
Yeah.
think.
All right. So
I think what happens, and I would say the same thing for any agriculture as well. It's like that you have for example, on my farm, I have people in my farm operation that know how to market grain. I don't, but I know how to replace a bearing. They don't. And so there's certain pieces of the pie where we complement each other, and that's why we have a lucrative operation because we all fill in the certain gaps.
I'm totally wanting to whiteboard a system right now. It's in my head.
And I think like with making
Get up there
mushrooms,
then.
enough of it's of a foreign concept that like to find one person who knows it all, like your dad did, that's such a rarity. And like I think that's where I see like so much gleaming opportunity because maybe it isn't commercialized or refined or processed. Like it might be jimmying it, like you're saying, or maybe it's just finding this random device that you know does this, but you just like maybe that person is in the right space to know what to find.
I mean, growing mushrooms, like people grow mushrooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same concept that, you know, great things happened on a sketch in a bar napkin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when she's saying he jimmied it up, like he was the prototype guy doing it in his head and in his shop or his building. And he just knew that he needed these situations with this thing. So he just did it.
So I'll give you an analogy or a similar scenario. When I was in Oregon, I went and saw a hazelnut farmer. And hazelnuts, it's not commercialized. Tons of people grow trees. And only like 3 or 4 people that really commercially toll the process of making hazelnuts. What I saw in this guy's operation, he does all the regional farmers, he uses like literally rock crushing equipment, a scale from like livestock and a tumbler, a trommel, and he uses all these things that he smashed together to make the process happen. And you look at it, someone like me who works with equipment all the time and seeing it, I'm like, this is normal stuff. I can go find this stuff in a boneyard. What I'm getting at is
producing mushrooms.
But like this guy had that body of knowledge to take all those pieces of equipment to do that process and take those pain points and then commercialized it and is doing it for all these other people in the area. And I don't know. That's what excites me because I feel like it's still, still young. Like people have been doing mushrooms in sorts, but I feel like it's not really commercialized yet. And then if it is, it's what I like about it the most is it's still that local feel because it does have that window
Speaking
of time
of
of
local,
freshness.
that's where my head was going. I'm interested to know, do Amish grow mushrooms?
I don't know if I know of any.
I want to find out. And I'm going to.
Reach out to a Yoder. I'll tell you.
Well, I'm just going to stop by and say, hey, see a lot of produce here. You grow mushrooms?
They'd probably actually be very interested in it. That might be an untapped
But-
market there. Oh my gosh.
Well, I think we'll wrap this up, kids. Thanks, Chloe, for all your mushroom knowledge on there. That works. Thanks again for everybody at Whatever But Whatever, where we just realized that mics are very cheap. We got together and we texted each other, what if we bought some mics and got a table, had some drinks, and then here we are.